Greetings and welcome back to LA Quill. Today we're diving into one of the most dreaded experiences in a writer's life, writer's block. That awful sinking feeling when words just stop. When every sentence feels forced, when inspiration evaporates, and when even the blinking cursor starts to look smug. I've been there. Honestly, every writer has. But writer's block isn't a dead end, it's just a detour. So today let's talk about what it really is, why it happens, and how you can avoid falling into its trap. Let's start with the truth. Writer's block, it's not a disease. It's not some mysterious creative illness that strikes without warning. It's self-doubt and confusion, plain and simple. It's that moment when your inner critic gets louder than your imagination. You know the voice I mean, the one whispering things like, "You're not really a writer. Who would ever want to read this?" Or, "Well, it's not perfect, so why bother?" And thoughts like that are a poison to creativity. Once they take root, they choke out the joy that made you want to write in the first place. But here's the good news. You can recognize those thoughts for what they are. Fear dressed up as logic. And when you name them, you can take back control. My first strategy to avoid writer's block is simple. Just keep writing. Yes, even when you hate every word. Even when you're convinced you've forgotten how to spell your own name. Been there. Sometimes what you're writing will be nonsense. That's okay. You can't edit a blank page, but you can always fix messy writing later. Think of it like pushing through fog. The only way out is forward. When I hit a wall, I usually tell myself, "Fine, I'll just write badly today. It's just gonna suck and I'll delete it tomorrow." And weirdly, that permission often unlocks the door. Because once perfection stops being the goal, creativity can breathe again. If writing through it doesn't work, then I switch projects. I always have more than one on the go. As a fantasy author, I like to have more than one thing simmering. A novel, a short story, an article, maybe even a bit of world-building lore that isn't actually part of a novel that's going to be published, but is part of the background that I'm going to need to write the novel. So when one project stalls, I just shift gears. Working on something new shakes my brain out of that rigid, frustrated mindset. It's like hitting the creative reset button. You might find that while one story feels impossible right now, another just flows effortlessly. And once the words start moving again, it's much easier to circle back to what was stuck. Now, sometimes the best thing you can do, stop writing altogether. Take a break. Go outside. Take a walk. Watch the wind move through the trees. Read a good book. Creativity isn't a muscle. It's a relationship. And sometimes that relationship needs a little bit of space. When I step away and immerse myself in someone else's story, I'm reminded why I love storytelling in the first place. That reminder, that spark, is often exactly what brings me back to the page with renewed energy. And finally, then there's my golden rule. Write every day. Even if it's only a few sentences. Even if you're exhausted. Even if all you can get out is that one piece of dialogue you've been struggling with. If that's it, then that's good enough. Consistency builds momentum. It keeps the creative gears oiled so they don't rust between projects. And that's important. On the busiest days, I still jot down a paragraph or two just to make some progress. Sometimes it's terrible. Sometimes it surprises me, but either way, I'm still a writer. Still practicing, still creating. Writing daily reminds your brain that this is what you do. It takes "I can't write" and turns it into "I just did." Writer's block will visit everyone at some point. It's part of the creative process. There's not much we can do about that. But it doesn't have to control you. Whether you push through it, switch projects, take a break, or just commit to writing a few lines each day, the key is this: don't stop. Your imagination doesn't vanish. It just gets quiet when fear gets loud. Learn to turn the volume back up. Learn to listen. It's still there. And that's our tale from LA Quill today. What's the worst bout of writer's block you've ever faced, and how did you overcome it? I'd love to hear your experiences in the comments. Until next time, may your stories always be magical.